Ladies and gentlemen, the Pittsburgh Steelers have made some trades this morning, and it is bittersweet to say the least because we have acquired cornerback Jalen Ramsey and tight end Jonnu Smith. And all it took to get was Minkah Fitzpatrick, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before we really get into the details of it, before we really talk about the expectations of the Steelers and maybe even the expectations of the Miami Dolphins now that they have gotten rid of Jalen and Jonnu Smith, I want to start this out with some love to Minkah Fitzpatrick, man, because this is something that I never thought I would have to make, right? And you guys see it up there. We have newly acquired a TJ Watt jersey. I swear to God, Steelers fans, you saw that this might be the cursed position right here because we had the George Pickens poster. Now we got the TJ Watt jersey. Let's sign TJ Watt. But I really did like Minkah Fitzpatrick, man. I know recently the playoff losses, the how we've ended down the stretch, his effort in some cases, there's been a lot of 4K clips of Minkah Fitzpatrick out there. Maybe he's not the best tackler. Maybe he's not giving his full effort. Is that vindicative of the kind of player he is? Because when we look back when he was in Miami the first time and, he kind of, asked for his way out of there. He kind of quit his way off the Miami Dolphins. Now, did he do that with the Steelers? I'm not really sure. However, I will say that 2019 year with Minkah Fitzpatrick, when we first acquired the guy and the defense became like the best part of our team, Minkah Fitzpatrick was a large reason for that. And I know that there's a lot of Minkah Fitzpatrick fans out there, right, including my girlfriend, because, man, when I told her the news about we traded Minkah Fitzpatrick, she was distraught. She couldn't believe it. And this is a very weird time to be a Steelers fan because, for 99% of our franchise's history, we have been this team that's just kind of like sat on our laurels, sat on our yannies or whatever. Like, we've just had our players and, like, if it worked, it worked. If not, like, we just hoped it worked, right? Now, we're at the point where we are trading people left and right. We have gotten rid of George Pickens this offseason. We have gotten rid of Minkah Fitzpatrick. We got rid of Justin. We got rid of Russell Wilson. We got rid of ex-players so many times. And this is just a very different time. And so when I told her, hey, Minkah is gone, like it's over, like the guy is done, she was pretty distraught over it. And it's just crazy that we are in this position as the Pittsburgh Steelers. However, like I said, I do want to really kind of like hype up Minkah, and I do want to thank Minkah because once again, him coming to the team, him giving us the effort originally, him turning this defense from like the worst part of our team to the best part of our team, he played a very large portion into that. Now, of course, guys like TJ Watt, Bud Dupree, Alex Highsmith, Cameron Hayward, Peyton Wilson, Patrick Queen, maybe even like our defense, it was a slow grind. It was a slow turn into like the better part of our team, right? But once again, Minkah like took that. He took the effort that we had been putting in on defense, like the draft picks that we had, the free agent acquisitions we had. He took it and he just absolutely fucking made it explode. It was like putting like those batteries that are like thick as hell. They're like the rectangles or whatever. They put them in like the smoke detectors or something like that. He was like that kind of battery for this defense. He immediately came in and made an impact. He immediately came in and had a cool number with 39. Minkah Fitzpatrick made number 39 look cool. Let's be honest. Minkah Fitzpatrick did a lot for this team, and up until this last offseason, I didn't have, a word to say about Minkah Fitzpatrick negatively. Now, however, like I said, the way we've been ending these seasons, the way that, Minkah, he gets highlighted in these pictures or whatever, maybe he just wasn't the best for the team. We point now to George Pickens, who also wasn't really given some effort at some points. And it's coming to the point where, man, if you're not out here playing all snaps when you're on the field, if you're not giving 100% effort, we might fuck around and trade you, man. Omar Khan. Like I said, I didn't see this coming. And so, we're going to bring up this trade again. Obviously, we got Jalen Ramsey, Jonnu Smith, and we trade Minkah Fitzpatrick in a 5th-round pick. These two names, Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith, this was something that was, continuously getting talked about, right? And so, low-key, I kind of expected us to have Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith because of all of the rumors, all of, all of the mock trades, all of the Adam Schefter reports. There was this other guy on Twitter. His name is, I think, Ricky. It's like Sports Fan Ricky or some shit like that. His profile picture is a dog. If you know, you know. This guy, he be predicting shit, right? Like he's tied in with what are they called? He's tied in with some agents. Like I think he knows an agent of some of these players, and so that's how he be getting his news. Not really trying to expose Ricky on this video, but I'm just saying he be predicting stuff, and most of the time he's kind of right. The only time he was wrong was like this Brandon Ayuk thing. But he was saying saying, yo, the Steelers are like really in on Jalen Ramsey. He kept honing to that. He kept saying that. He kept like, you know, doubling and tripling down that, yo, we're connected to Jalen Ramsey. And so I expected us to have Jalen Ramsey this whole time. I expected us to have Jonnu Smith this whole time because Arthur Smith fucking loves tight ends, man. Like that's just his favorite position. If there's a tight end out there, we're going to go get the tight end out there, and it is what it is. And so once again, as I reiterate, I knew we were going to get these players, right? But to trade Minkah for them, to take 2 steps forwards and 1 step back, it's just very interesting because it kind of goes into the DK Metcalf trade. Shout out to my friend Brendan. He said this point of like, we keep making these blockbuster deals, but it comes with like, you know, some kind of asterisk. Like we go out and we get DK Metcalf, right? But then we lose George Pickens. We go out and get Jalen Ramsey, but then we lose Minkah Fitzpatrick. Like it's weird. It's really weird that like we're in this position that we have to do this. Like I see other teams, they just trade for players. They just trade like a 7th round pick and they go out and get Jalen Ramsey. The only thing I will say is the contract situation, right? Because Jalen Ramsey was making a pretty hefty amount of money. Who else was making a pretty hefty amount of money? Minkah Fitzpatrick. And so I think they had to like put these names in here to get the trade to work, to get the numbers to work out. And Minkah Fitzpatrick, man, you're going back to the Miami Dolphins. Are you excited? I don't think he's very excited. Not too much on the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins can be a good team. It's not really about them. It's just more Minkah being on the Dolphins already and then like asking out and like now he gets sent back to the fucking Dolphins. Like, holy shit. Minkah Fitzpatrick too. Let's talk about it. This guy, he's acquired a 1st round pick. He's acquired Jalen Ramsey. He's acquired Jonnu Smith. Minkah Fitzpatrick might be the best return on investment kind of player that you've ever seen because like this guy, what he gets traded for, his value, I don't think I've ever seen a player have this much value in the NFL. Like Minkah is getting traded like an NBA player. He's getting traded like a NBA star because you're getting all these picks, you're getting all these talents. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about it. Our secondary contains Jalen Ramsey, Darius Slay, and Joey Porter Jr. Are you kidding me? Our tight end room contains Jonnu Smith, Pat Freiermuth, and Darnell Washington, and not too much on the boy, not too much on the god, not too much on the route god, block god. You know, we got Connor Hayward too. So it's just like, man, are we going to go to the Super Bowl? Because listen, I have a video that I'm working relatively hard on coming out soon, right? And you guys will see it when it comes out, like Big Truz. But you know, Aaron Rodgers, this is his last ride per se. Like we are going all in on this year. Our secondary is we gotta win tomorrow kind of secondary. We have Darius Slay, Jalen Ramsey, and Joey Porter Jr. I'm like saying it again because, bro, the killer bees in me, man. Like we remember back in what was it, like 2014, 2015 through like 2018, 2017. Like we remember that era of the Steelers when our offense was putting up 62 points a game sometimes and our defense would let up 63. We remember watching Artie Burns out there. We remember watching Ross Cockrell. We remember watching some of these bums on our defense play, and we could just hope and wish and pray for a guy like Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey, former Jacksonville Jaguar, by the way. Jalen Ramsey, former Miami Dolphin. Did he also play on the Rams? Jalen Ramsey, a former Ram. He is a Super Bowl champion. Joey Porter Jr., Darius Slay, and Jalen Ramsey. Wow, what a secondary, man. Like this is just a crazy time to be a Steelers fan. And like I said, I really do. I don't want to just like, you know, buy Minkah, you know, because like Minkah was a huge part of the team. Like this is crazy. I don't even know how to properly react right now because I want to be very excited. I want to be very happy about this move. But then at the same time, it's like we lost Minkah. But I know a lot of you guys out there, I know a lot of the Steelers fans, the 40 pluses, man, the 50 pluses, the 60 pluses, the 70 pluses, the 80 pluses, the 90 pluses. You guys were done with Minkah Fitzpatrick. I'm on Twitter. I read the comments just like you're on Twitter and you read the comments. You guys were done with Minkah Fitzpatrick. Was I? No, I have Minkah in a thumbnail from like 2 or 3 videos ago. I was sitting here on my soapbox like, yo, not too much on Minkah, man. He just wants to win and he's tired of not winning. I'm thinking Super Bowl, honestly. I am thinking Super Bowl because we look at these names, we look at these secondary, and then we look at the potential offensive output of a guy like Jonnu Smith, of a guy like Arthur Smith, you know, double Smiths, like the tight end room. It just has to fucking work. We have given, honestly, like, we booed Matt Canada a lot. Like, we were not, Matt Canada guys per se. Like, we hated Matt Canada. But did we ever really, like, sell out or try for his scheme or whatever? Or did we just give him an old-ass Big Ben, Kenny Pickett, and fucking Connor Hayward and tell you, good luck? I think we kind of did that. Not to say Matt Canada would have had any success whatsoever because the guy stinks. But Arthur Smith, man, we are fucking selling out for whatever this guy wants. Arthur Smith likes 6 tight ends. Guess what? We got 6 tight ends on the roster today. Arthur Smith likes a defense, or Mike Tomlin likes a defensive-minded, low-scoring game. We're going to go out and get the best secondary you ever heard of. This is like, if we just take back the clock, if this was like 2015 and we had this secondary, I swear to God, we would be Super Bowl favorites today. Because we got Aaron Rodgers too. Take this Pittsburgh Steelers team and put it in like 2015. I swear to God, we are the highest fucking Super Bowl odds of all time. We are the most locked for the AFC North of all time. We're in 2025 though, which is crazy. And so, are these names going to get us over the hump? Omar Khan is trying. Like, we are trying. I know a lot of people out there, like a lot of Steelers fans, they're just so negative. They find positivity in nothing. Like, there is nothing you can say to these guys to get them to, like, tune into this season or whatever, even though they'll still tune in. There's nothing really you can say, but for the people who have hope out there, for the people who can just read the tea leaves, for the people who can read the room, this is what, like, going into this offseason, to leave it with DK Metcalf, Aaron Rodgers, Joey Porter Jr., Darius Slade, Jalen Ramsey, or I guess we already had Joey Porter Jr., but to leave this offseason with these names, like, going into it, you would think like, we had a good offseason. The only way that we didn't have a good offseason is if you're still thinking about the Pittsburgh Steelers losing to the Cleveland Browns in the playoffs that one year. The only way that this isn't a good offseason is if you're still harboring past feelings about how past Steelers teams have done. That is the only reason how we didn't lose, or how we didn't win this offseason. The only way you can think that is you're holding on to some past shit. If you're being objective, if you're being, like, it only has to work one time like me, optimistic is the word. If you're being optimistic, this was a W offseason so far, and apparently word on the street is we're not done, right? And so I know what you're thinking too. Like, what happens with that other safety position? Because, losing Minkah Fitzpatrick, it's a huge piece of it. Like, the guy was a leader. He was an all-pro. Like, he was a hooper, man. So losing Minkah Fitzpatrick, what are we going to do at that safety position? I've seen a lot of people say Jalen Ramsey can just slide into there. I've seen some other people say Justin Simmons, like, we're going to go out and sign maybe. I've seen it all. And so really, what are we going to do about that safety position? Oh, man, I loved you, Minkah Fitzpatrick. I really did. Like, I once again, I do not want to move on like this because I know one day we're going to get rid of the bot. Oh, yeah. Hey, well, I'm trying to move so you guys can see Boz. One day we're going to get rid of this guy. One day we're going to get rid of that guy, and I'm going to have to come on here and hopefully show the same energy, the same, optimism about it. Like, I'm trying not to just move on from Minkah Fitzpatrick, but it's like, what are we going to, who cares what we do at safety? We just got JPJ, Darius Slade, and Jalen Ramsey, and Jonnu Smith in one offseason. Like, we will figure it out. I promise you. Like, we can, and with the effort that he was putting in, with, the defensive stats Minkah was putting up, he was kind of tradable, man. I'm going to miss him. We're all going to miss him. I'm not trying to do that to Minkah. We're all going to miss Minkah Fitzpatrick. I know he was a fantastic player. People in the comments, like, I think I got a little bigger, so it like, took it away. But at one point, people were calling me Minkah Fitzpatrick, and so the meme of it all, the guy like 39, I know Cedric out there, I know he liked Minkah Fitzpatrick. It's tough. It really is tough, but I promise we will be able to move on from this. We will be happier. Will we be happier? Am I ready to say that? I think we'll be happier with Jalen Ramsey and like with the team that we have now versus the team with Minkah. I think we'll be happier with the team that we have now. But Jalen, we're going to need you to lock in, man. You've been a team hopper. I'm going to need you to lock in. You love playing for Mike Tomlin. Everybody loves playing for Mike Tomlin. It's like Mike Tomlin's dream right now. Like, we need to lock in, and we need to at least win one playoff game. A Super Bowl, that's a little far-fetched, but I swear to God, we're doing all these moves. We have to be able to win one playoff game. And so with all that said, I think that is going to do it for me for this video. Once again, I just kind of wanted to talk about this trade. I didn't, like, full transparency, right? Like, what YouTuber is this close with y'all? I swear to God, I am sleeping. I am, like, I do not want to wake up because then it's like, oh, I got to go to work, and then the cycle continues. Like, I ain't trying to do that shit. The Steelers, like, we got Aaron Rodgers. That's cool, but, like, what else is going on? Like, I was asleep. I was like, I was asleep, and then my phone starts vibrating, and I'm like, oh, it's my alarm. Let me snooze it. But I looked, And it's Rick, my friend from work. It's Rick, the Dolphins fan. Like, he's calling me, and I'm like, why is he calling me? You know, so I answer it. And literally he goes, I don't want Minkah. And I'm like, well, good, because we have. What are you talking about? You don't want Minkah? And he's like, no, like, we literally just traded Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith for Minkah Fitzpatrick. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm still asleep, but I'm just like, you know, then I put it on speaker. I'm scrolling, and I'm like, and then I go from that to telling him, like, oh, we traded y'all Minkah Fitzpatrick for Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith. It's just crazy. Full transparency. So, got out of bed. When I went to bed, did I know it was going to be my last sleep with Minkah Fitzpatrick on the team? I didn't know that. You know, when I went to sleep, I was thinking, okay, we'll have Minkah for like 3 more years. And then I fell right back asleep. I didn't expect it to happen today, but sometimes life is like that. Let's get TJ Watt re-signed. Let's get Boswell on a lifetime deal. Be careful buying these jerseys out there once again. And TJ Watt, I have him up on the wall of, like, you know, the cursed wall. We'll see what happens, but I think for now, go out and get a TJ jersey. Get a Boswell jersey. But if you have a Minkah Fitzpatrick jersey, that's tough. 39 will always be synonymous with the Steelers. Minkah, you are a legend. Thank you for all that you've done. But now it's time to move forward, and it's time to go out and win the Super Bowl. So with all that said, I am going to get out of here. Once again, I make videos about the Steelers all the time. So if you want to, you know, join and watch these videos, be part of the community, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, ring the bell for all that fun stuff. Anyways, this has been Zaya from Zaya and the Steelers, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.